Hello guys, it's another day and I'm here with the principal of College of Integrated Healthcare. I think last we met the registrar and today I've met the main boss and he will talk more about the school for you to get to know some certain things you have to know. Yeah, and again, the last time I showed you something few about the school and I was really in the school t-shirt and today again I come with that school t-shirt again and you have to let me just show you a view of the school badge. Maybe something like this. You see it's looking nice and I think when you get to know more about the school you would like to send your walls here and then they'll feel the school as well. They'll be well trained. Okay, let's quickly move to the principal and talk to him, ask him some few questions you have to know as well. Alright, so welcome to Sepadi TV.
Okay.
I think many people are watching us and we are reaching other countries and we would like to know something about the school. And may you please introduce yourself to the general public so that we'll get to know your personality.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Jacob Koshiana. I'm the founder and the principal of the College of Integrated Healthcare. I'm a teacher by profession and currently a district director of education. I'm also the writer or the author of the MOPAC Biology for West African schools and college. So that is who I am.
Okay, nice. If we could hear him well, he mentioned of him being not only principal but the director for Union and then he's an author as well. I think this is great to know, but let's get to know some few things about the school. Can you please tell us the year this school was established?
The College of Integrated Healthcare was founded in the year 2009. We started with a new program which was a novelty. After teaching biology for several years and my student exiting the college, the secondary school, I realized that some couldn't pursue the education further. So when I completed my master's in public health from Kent West, Kumasi, I decided to introduce this new program called Integrated Healthcare, which is a combination of the orthodox healthcare and then the traditional, which we started from 2009 until 2016 when we had accreditation for the diploma in medical laboratory technology and diploma in midwifery. We applied for the diploma programs as far back as 2010, but they said they had frozen the accreditation for those programs. So we had to wait until 2014 when it was lifted and we initiated the accreditation process and finally completed it in 2016. That was fully given accreditation. We are affiliated or we are affiliated to University of Cape Coast. That one was an entire process we had to get through to get the University of Cape Coast accepting us as an institution after visiting the school, going through our documents, looking at our laboratories, our skill labs, the medical laboratories. They realized we met the standard for the diploma and therefore they permitted it. Likewise, the Nursing and Midwifery Council also gave us opportunity. They equally visited the place together with the National Accreditation Board, inspected the library and a whole lot. It took us almost 2 years to complete the accreditation process. So we are now duly accredited by these three departments.
Yes.
The Allied Health Professions Council, the National Accreditation Board, which is currently referred to as GTEC, then the Nursing and Midwifery Council. They've all accredited us. In addition to the Traditional Medicine Practice Council, they've all accredited the college. So that is the college for.
Alright, that is good. If we could hear him well, he said the school has been accredited and affiliated as well. And this is a great thing to hear. I don't think it's every school that is accredited. And having a school like this being accredited is a nice thing here. And there's no problem visiting that kind of school. You wouldn't have any problem after completing. I think that is what I think. I don't know.
Let me come in. When we say a school is affiliated, it means that the school is being mentored by a bigger institution. So our mentoring institution is the University of Cape Coast. What I mean by mentoring is that they make sure we are doing the right thing. We meet their standard. Our lecturers are looked at, their qualification are looked at, and then they make sure that the lecturers have the requisite qualification to teach. And then every semester, our exams are sent to them for moderation. They moderate our exams, they look at the nature of the exams. If they are too difficult, they ask us to bring it down to meet the level of the student. If they don't meet the standard now, after they've done that, we bring the exams back for the students to write. When they are finished writing, we send the marked scripts back to them to go through if it has been properly marked, and the marks are recorded and then entered into their system. So it means that whatever we do is more or less writing their examination, an exam that meet their standard, so that at the end of the day, when the students complete, it is the UCC that is responsible for giving them the needed certificate. They certify them, which means that the student can go back to UCC and continue with their academic work, or go to any other university within the country or outside the country to further their education to the first degree, the second degree, and whatever level the student want to go. So that is for affiliation. Now the accreditation by the GTEC, that is something that the government has laid down so that we meet the international standard. So if your school is accredited by the National Accreditation Board, it means that your school meets the standard of the country. Whatever academic standard that has been set excuse me, by the country, your school meets it. So that is it. So they have also come and seen that no, we meet that standard. So if tomorrow we want to move from diploma to degree, we have every right because we've met that standard, academic standard. So they have given us the institutional accreditation. Then the program accreditation is the program that we want to run. They also come inspect the library. Do we have all the books needed to run those programs? Do we have the qualified academic staff? Do we have the lecturers to teach? They come and inspect all that. And they did that for all the 3 programs that we ran. And they realized that we've met them. That's why they give us the programs too. Now we went to the professional bodies as well, which is for the medical lab is the professional body for the lab, Allied Health Professions Council. They were also here to do similar inspection and also give us the approval and give us the certificate and the license to operate. Then secondly, we went to the Nursing and Midwifery Council for the same thing, and they were also here to do similar work. So you see that this is what the bodies have done. It tells you that we have gone through the mill, and now they have all certified that the school can run and we can train students. So with this, our students travel outside this country with our certificates and they are accepted. Thank you.
Okay, that is good. He has really cleared the air for us, and I don't think he has bleached any picture. Nothing is left blurred here. Okay. So I think you have 2 big positions, being the principal and then as well as the director for education. It's not really easy. How do you manage the works?
Yes, I not today. You know, I started at college when I was a biology tutor. You know, Boise Tech. Yes. I'm a hardworking person. That's why I was teaching and really was capable of writing my MUPAC biology, which is the biology for West African schools and colleges. When I completed writing the book, I realized I was too free. So I needed to enter into something else. And that brought the school. So anytime I'm free, I do something. I don't run the school alone. There are other qualified persons that support me. In actual fact, I shouldn't be the principal. I'm supposed to be the board chair. But the school is still young and need to be nurtured. I'm still running the school as the principal because I want my experience to still come to bear on the school. But I have the registrar and other staff that do the technical work, that do the main work. My work is mainly supervisory. So being a director in the north doesn't prevent me from doing my work. We do most of the work on phone. They call me when they have any challenge. I give them directives to do. And that is what they've been doing. Once a while, I come around and make sure that they are doing the right thing, come and supervise, make sure I put them online, I encourage them, motivate them, and I go back to my station. So that is it. It's not always necessary. As a good leader, you don't always have to be at post to make sure your people, you nurture them, you encourage them, you show them what to do, and you make sure they do the right thing. And that's exactly what I do.
Nice one there. Nice one there. If you being the founder of the school, like, how did you come by the name College of Integrated Healthcare? I think the name sounds great. It's a great name. And what came into your thoughts before you have to bring that name?
The integrated healthcare is as a result of the initial program we started with, which was the integration. No, it's a WHO policy. It's a policy of integration, which says that when a client enters a facility, a health facility, for treatment, the person should not be pinned to the orthodox treatment. That person must have the choice of either choosing the conventional or orthodox treatment or the traditional treatment. So I think that WHO policy brought into being the training of the medical herbalist by Ken University. So you see that Ken University has been training the medical herbalist for some years, and they are supposed to be posted to the various facilities so that people go there and have a choice of which kind of treatment they should go for. Unfortunately, it has not been working, and that has also affected the training of the complementary health nurses. See, gradually we are doing away with that because the policy hasn't been that effective in Ghana. And when we train these students, they go out and finding job within the traditional healthcare fraternity is becoming a challenge. So gradually we are doing away, but we've realized that within the training of the nurses and then the midwife, there are courses on herbal medicine. There are courses on herbal medicine. I think that is where we are looking at now, so that part that has the traditional medicine, we teach our students well, so that at least they have the knowledge on the traditional medicine before they exit the system, so that if they go out and people come using this kind of medication, they know how to attend to them. Yes. And what I also studied is that Ghanaians are Ghanaians. We can't do away with our traditional medicine. A group of my students, when they were doing their project work, did something on pregnancy, the use of herbal medicine in pregnancy, and we realized that over 90% of their respondents said they use herbal medicine. And we wanted to check if they still attend ANC. They all said they attend ANC, but yet they use the traditional medicine. It means that Ghanaians cannot do away with their traditional medicine. They believe that the traditional medicine help them to deliver easily, and then also protect them. The belief is so deep that no matter the situation, they will take the traditional medicine. They even start from the first trimester, second trimester, to the last trimester. They continue to take the herbal medicine. So it's good. My hope is that we'll continue to let people understand the traditional medicine better, because Ghanaians will never do away with it. So we should accept it and make sure people have the knowledge on the traditional medicine, so that we take it concurrently with the orthodox education for effective treatment of the populace, the Ghanaians.
Right. Talking about the herbal medicine, I think he has really said a lot. When you look at, let me just add something up. When you look at our forefathers, at the time when these foreign medicines and then drugs wasn't available, we used those herbal medicine to, I think, cure and mend broken bones at that time, before they have to invent all these foreign drugs for us. Okay, let's quickly move forward to different aspects of the day. I think that I want to know something about the PTA. I don't know whether the school, does it have a PTA board?
No, you see, this is a tertiary institution, and as an educationist, I've gone through the mill. At the basic level, PTA plays a very important role, and then at the secondary level too, they play a very important. But at the tertiary, it is assumed the students are mature. Now you bring in parents when it is necessary, but we hardly invite them to come and support us, do projects and those things, because most of these students take care of themselves. Some sponsor their own education, so PTA doesn't play much role in our system. We only bring them on board when it becomes very necessary. But aside that, we don't have anything on PTA. tertiary level.
Can you please tell us something about the students? How cultured are they? How cultured are they?
Yeah, our students, you see, personally, like I've told you, my students who are listening to me or viewing me will bear me out. I've been a principal teacher since I started teaching at One Point in secondary school, right from the university. I was even doing some teaching during my national service time from 1989 to 1992 when I entered the university. I taught at 3 different schools. Watresu, DSS, when the DHS concept started, and then Maswa Chudie, DSS, and then Esasi Buntevufu Senior Secondary School. And all students who completed those schools have been very principled from day one. Personally, I wasn't that good, but I became good when I started reading, when I started doing serious studies. That made me to pass my A level, because passing the A level was quite difficult. And even not only the A level, the O level too, it was very difficult to go through. So I realized that a student can always pass if he or she is determined to study and make it. So when I became a teacher, I became very principled, and I was compelling my students to study. So I used that throughout. So when I established my own college, I said, yeah, this is now my own college, and those who come here are given to me by God for their destinies to be transformed. So I've seen them be very strict on my students. I wouldn't allow you to be fooling around. Once you enroll, you must study and pass. So that has been the norm. And students who have passed through this college, even when it was a certificate, and they were doing the integrated health, the complementary health, that time they were doing very well. When they go to the hospitals to do their clinicals, people were surprised. And in a way, it became a negative something that was affecting the school, because they thought they were too good to be in such a school. They didn't know the school had made them good. So that has been it. So now I made them steady. So you see that since we started the diploma, all my students have been getting 100% pass. Because once you are here, you always study. If you don't study, I'll give it to you. I will compel you to have to study. So that's one thing about me. You can't be in my college and still fail. No. Once you are here, you have to excel. You have to dance to my beats. You can't be here and then be fully and expect to pass. No. That's something about this college.
You have to dance with my beat. It means the school always tries to instill discipline in the students. Listening individuals would like to bring students or their wards to this school, because no one will allow the ward to go to a different school or any school that will inhabit bad behavior or something like that. Okay, so let's know something about the students staying. How do you? Is there any hostel for the students? Is there any accommodation for them?
Yeah, initially we wanted to do what is currently prevailing in the other nursing training colleges. But I realized that right from the secondary school, students don't like the food that they give them. So when you cook beans, they say, oh, the beans, there are insects in it. When you cook it, they always have issue with food prepared for them at the dormitory. I also realized that at the university, students prepare their own food, and it even gives opportunity for we guys to learn how to cook. And the ladies too were using that opportunity to cook themselves. So I said, why don't we implement that rather to avoid this issue of the food is no good and the rest. So here we have the hostel system where students prepare their own food. Fortunately, the hostel is a very beautiful one, first class hostel facility for our students. And it's very good. And the fee too is very moderate, because we have to negotiate with the owner to bring it down since we don't have money. And he agreed. So if we can have a look at the hostel, if you can go and take shots in the hostel, you let me out. The hostel is a first class hostel, and students there are always happy.
For that, I will do that. I will do that. My fellow viewers will have a look at that hostel. And I think it's a nice one. I went through, and then the environment there, everything is very superb. Okay, so do you please have any mindset or any plan of extending the school to any other part of the country?
For now, we are developing it into a university. Very soon, we'll be moving to the university college status, then to the fully fledged university. That's why we have a large stretch of land, a 15-acre land for the development of the college. We've even started the development of the new facilities, the new structures. So that is what we want to do first. We must first be well established before we think of moving the college to other places. Yes, but that vision is there. The vision is there. We are working towards it. We are working. I'm not the type that want to do something below standard. So we want to develop it very well for the future generation to come. I know several people have read the MOPAC and they know the quality of the book. So I want my institution to be as good as the MOPAC biology, which is very popular, not only in Ghana, but also popular in Nigeria and the other Anglophone countries.
Okay. The principal, well known as MOPAC, is I think it's always on his target speed, and that is a great one. Okay. So you have some kind of awards given to well-performing students.
Yes, it's not something that we plan doing, but we have a way of appreciating and acknowledging those who are excelling. At times, even meeting them and encouraging them alone is enough. Not giving them any material something, but just appreciating them and encouraging them and letting them know you are proud of them. I think that is good. My students who I've taught for years, I think we still interact. I have them always in mind. Those I taught several years back, even at the secondary school. I make sure I encourage them to move on because their mentor and teacher is moving higher and higher from an ordinary teacher, gradually moving on to become a district director of education. It's an achievement. And moving from writing a book to establishing a health institution is also an achievement. So I tell them they can also move higher. I have ended or I have gotten to the master's degree level. Encourage them to move to the PhD level and some becoming professors in university, continuing with what I've started with them. So these are some of the motivation that I give them. Materially, as an institution, maybe we are yet to start those awards. We must start it this year during our graduation, matriculation, and graduation. Ceremony.
All right. Well said. I think probably you might have like a way of disciplining students as well. You spoke about that, and then students with good behavior. How do you deal with them? You dismiss them. How do you deal with them?
You see, normally you don't wait and allow the student to do the wrong thing before you come in. The moment they start, you caution them and you are hard on them, they stop. That is what I do. When I see you doing the wrong thing, I will never spare you. I will stop you in your tracks. I won't allow you to move further and get to the worst end before I bring you to the disciplinary committee. The school has its own code of conduct, and that is what we've been using. We hammer it, we tell the student, and I always tell students the consequences of their wrongdoings. So when you hammer it and they know these are the consequences, naturally nobody will see fire and put his hand into the fire. So that is what I do. Anytime I have an interaction with the students, I tell them the consequences of their misconduct and they stop. So it's not even only in the school, outside the school. So always I tell the students the consequences of misconduct. In general life too, I tell them, like today for instance, I was telling them that if you go out and sleep with men anyhow, you have a dangerous price to pay, that is contracting HIV or hepatitis B. And I keep telling them that they are real. So these are some of the things. So I'll always prevent them from going to town, going to the bars, the discos, the jams, those places. I discourage my students, but I let them know what can befall them when they enjoy this kind of, or they partake in this kind of programs. It might end them, not their academic pursuit, but their life as well. So my students are always cautious and they are very disciplined.
I don't think it's everyone or it's every leader that will have time for his or her students like this. Most will claim they are mad busy and not have time for their students in this form. But like, is the school facing any challenges? Are there some plans that you fixed that you've not achieved for now? Are there some challenges facing the school for now?
No, for now we aren't facing much challenges. The only truth is that, see, when students are selecting schools, government should allow them to pick the smaller schools as maybe their second or third choices, so that if they don't get those schools, the options are there. Our names are totally absent from the list of training institutions. So when students go to these public schools, they attend interview and they are not picked. They are left to their fate. They don't have any choice but to sit at home waiting for the following year. Whilst there are schools that are being accredited by the government, by the Ministry of Health, why don't they just add our names for students to know? In the early days, they were doing that. But I don't know, along the line, they decided to remove the names of these private schools from their list, which has made it very difficult for us to enroll students. Although our students their performances have been outstanding, but yet students who are graduating from the second cycle institution do not know much about us. We are advertised throughout the country, but yet students are not getting the school. So we plead with the government to place us on the list of schools, so that at least students will pick these schools as their third choice or whatever they do, so that they don't get admission to the public schools. They will come here, we will train them.
That is great. We've all heard what the school principal is talking about, and he's appealing to the government to place the school in the third level, so that a lot of people will get access to the school. I think it's not only Ghanaians that are watching. The school is currently located at Obuasi. And coming to that, let me just ask this question before we continue. Please, what have you really seen in Obuasi, and you've chosen to establish the school here and not any other places?
Yes, maybe I would have wished this school was established maybe at other places. I think from Bonponzima, I came to teach in Obuasi, and I was, like I said earlier, I was teaching in Obuasi. So there was no way I would go and establish a school very far away from where I teach. So the opportunity came my way, and I took advantage of that and established it. So that is it. God just gave me the school. I wouldn't say I made any attempt. I said God gave me the school, and has been leading the school since then. So that is it. Though we've not had much support from Obuasi, but at least the chiefs have given us the land, and they are happy. And this happened to be the first tertiary institution in Obuasi. If you look at how big Obuasi is next to Kumasi, but we happen to be the first tertiary institution in Obuasi. It's not that Kenya University has established a branch in Obuasi, so that is what we boast of. That despite the fact that the school is relatively small and young, we are the first tertiary institution in Obuasi, and we are trying to grow to meet that level where we'll be rubbing shoulders with other schools within the locality. Yes.
Wow. I think it's a great achievement for College of Integrated Healthcare being the first school of Obuasi. It's a great achievement. It's not really easy. First school, it's not easy. It's something that is this name will be in existence for long, no matter how. Okay, then let's have a look at the things you do, how you deal with the tutors here. How do you relate with them? What is your ratio with them?
My relationship, I'm a teacher, I'm a district director, I have a lot of staff, teachers under me. So that is one of my qualities, molding up people. It's something that I like. I said earlier that I suffered before passing and going to the university. So I taught with that passion to train people to come out. Now, if you look at most of the people that I'm working with as a director and as a founder of this college, I realize that majority will be people that would have been my students or are my own students. So I keep encouraging them to do the right thing. When we meet, it's always like the father and then the son relationship. Father talking to the son, asking the son of his challenges. That is what I normally do. So that is how I've been. So as a director, I interact with my teachers or my staff like that, and I encourage them. Now in my school too, that is what I do. I do the same thing to my teachers. I always will ask them, would like to know the challenges that they are having. If they have any challenge, are they having challenges with the students, with myself, with the system? Personally, do they have challenges? If they come out to tell me, I always try to solve their problem for them. Even if it is their own personal problem, I try my best to solve it. If it has to do with me, no, I have to change. If it is the way I address them, I'm always ready to change. So we have a very good relationship. And my teachers come to me. I operate the open door system where people can freely approach me or send me messages, come to me with their challenges, and I help them solve it. So teachers are happy. Some have worked for them since 2009, and they are still happy working with me. That's all. Anyone that comes to, they feel happy. There's nowhere I've sacked a staff unless the people realize that no, they have worked with me enough, they want to move on. For that one, they leave. But somebody being sacked or no, it doesn't happen.
All right, so we are really grateful for you having time for us and able to answer our questions. So thank you so much. And to my fellow listeners, I think it's hard time we keep on Torchlight at daytime chasing black goats. Yeah, I think College of Integrated Healthcare is one of the best tertiary school for you, for your walls. And this is where milk and honey flows. Just bring your walls and see the good aspect or the good impact that College of Integrated Healthcare will have for your walls. Thank you so much, once.
It's my pleasure.
We really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Thank you too for visiting the college.
All right.
God bless you.
Okay.